Hey everybody, my name is Czane, if you guys know who I am. I've been playing Dagger for about a month now since it came out in early access for North America servers. North America East, if you're wondering. I've been playing Dagger for a long time. A lot of people have been asking about a guide because I hit really, really hard. I kill evasion targets very, very fast because I have so much hit. I need more hit. I'm trying to go for Shadow Pants. It doesn't matter. Anyways, my build is very, very free to play friendly too. I must put out there. Going the evasion side of things, if you want to do that, perfectly fine. It's very, very safe and it's very good. Obviously, evasion's very strong because there's not that much hit right now in the current T1 system. But yeah, so my build is just very free to play friendly. That's the whole reason I'm making the video on it. I've been seeing a lot of other build videos. I looked at other Dagger builds. A lot of them are very good. If you guys are looking for like a tankier setup, check out Deity's build. That guy's a freak, and his build's very, very good. It has some free-to-play friendly aspects to it. You just need to build up to certain things in his build that lets him hit certain milestones. My build, I pretty much just started buying stuff or like going for stuff that I thought would slot well in my build. I also, when I first started the game, I went for two black off the gate. Looking at the two bows, I thought two black looked better. I was like, oh, crit, that is awesome. Crit's very cool, you know, like most people do in any video games. And then I was using two black, and I was like, dude, I'm not doing enough damage. I feel like I should be doing more. You know what I'm saying? With the dex, I was like, I'm missing too much. I want to slot more into perception, stop going the dex route, maybe get some more HP. And then I learned that heavy attack was like one of the most satisfying and insane stats in this game, to be honest. And anybody who's hit by a great sword, when they hit you for 7,000 times 2 and you itch to die, I mean, you know what heavy attack is. And so now I started to build for 50 strength, so I can get the heavy attack 50 or heavy attack 100 when you hit 50. And I'm running 50 strength, 60 perception. This is the current build that I'm at right now. This is my build. I'm a little less CP than this. I'm not 3630. I'm not 3631. I'm 30. Let me see. Let me check one more time. 3202 right now. I still have to trade a few things out. I want to change out the Shadow Harvester tunic for some other things, but we can go over that later. There's some things that I want to slot out. I just don't like the tunic. I don't think the stats on the tunic are very lackluster. I'm just waiting on get Shadow Harvester pants so I can swap my build a little bit. But anyways, here's like the very start of the build, the transition build. I do like this cloak. This cloak is pretty hard to get before because you had to go grind. I'm pretty sure you had to go grind a certain mob for it. But I didn't know about the cloak. I got the Deadeye's cloak pretty early on from Crypt. But this cloak is very good. I don't see any issue with it. I think Deadeye's a little bit better because it's a bow's critting when you snare somebody. The crit chance is pretty high. Increase your crit chance. So obviously having that extra 95 is good. Deadeye's just best of both worlds. The big difference is what you guys can decide is if you want the max health or not. Deadeye does not allow you to get the 450 max health. Warlord does. I have just already full traded my Deadeye, and so I'm not going to go full trade a Warlord because then I have to spend an extra like couple of thousand lucent. But this is Deadeye, Warlord, same thing pretty much. One just has extra HP and a little bit more hit. Deadeye has crit hit on it. I think you lose 30 hit chance between Deadeye and Warlord, like base hit chance, which is fine. And you also lose the max health. I think Warlord's just a little bit better. If you're starting fresh, I think Warlord is probably the move. But Deadeye is perfectly fine if you have it. That's what I ran. Obviously, mass resistance you can get from the story. Don't have to worry about that too much. The Invoker gloves are pretty easy to get as well. I don't remember if this is in the story or not. I know you can get the litho for pretty cheap right now. We can check out this. Hold on, let me clear this. This is also, if you were to trade out your items and stuff like that, the reason trading out blues is so cheap, by the way, you can just do the math for it, bro. It's very, very cheap to trade out blues. Blues are guaranteed. You only need to buy 2 to trade out a blue with that stat. Obviously, if you don't have hit chance or whatever, you have to buy the longbow again, the same longbow. So, like, let's say you have let's go back to this. Let's say you have the longbow resistance. You have to buy 2, like, let's say you get the longbow resistance and it has max health on it, right? Then you have to buy a hit chance 1 plus a trait converter to do it again. It sounds a little tedious, but it's fine. It's okay. Longbow resistance is very good because the hit chance is super, super high, by the way. Longbow resistance perfectly fine for a long time. I do recommend getting a Carnix or a 2-Black whenever you can, whenever you can have access to it. I think it's perfectly fine to swap to them. If you want a cheaper like solution to trait, because Carnix and 2-Black are both kind of expensive side to trait right now. If you want to like focus on something else, whether it's like your rings and stuff like that, I think accessories very expensive, but I think they're very, very good to trade up first. But longbow resistance very easy to trade up. You just need 2 blues to go. So that's like if you look at hit chance, for example, that is literally 34 to Lucent. It's like nothing. Heavy attack tends to be the higher side of things. I think right now it's probably sitting at like 30 to 40, but it can even get as high as 50 to 60 at the moment. I think it went up because of the Bellandiers. Heavy attack and all that, we're sitting at like 10 to 20 like a week or 2 ago before Bellandiers drop. But now since Bellandiers new stuff drop, people have to trade out again. So yeah. Anyways, crit chance 10 to 20, probably sitting around the same as hit chances at the moment. So that's important to like note, by the way. Another thing to look at is all this stuff. So this heroic tunic of resistance you get from the story. Do not trade this because you're not going to be keeping it for a while. If you want to trade it, you can. I just don't think you'll have it. You won't have it for a very long time. You can get Shadow Harvester 2-set very, very quick. You just have to do dungeons for the Rex one, and you can buy the litho for the second one. Or you can go grind. You can literally just go grind it at Sanctum of Desire when it opens. That's how I got my tunic, was at Sanctum. The rest of these, Bracelet of Conquest, very, very good. Ring of Precision, very, very good. Evasion very early is what you wanted about combat prowess. Pretty good. This is my blue to purple transition build. I also instantly went Carnix. I did test them both, guys. I went 2-Black, thought I needed more damage, swapped the Carnix. My damage is, it feels so good. I kill people so fast. It's just, dude, I'm telling you, man, try Carnix out. I know a lot of people are running 2-Black. I know a lot of people say 2-Black is better. I'm telling you right now, I know it's not 50 strength right now. Once you hit 50 strength Carnix, it feels so good, bro. The reason you have this dex, by the way, because anything over 20 is 2. So like, let's say I took this off, it's only 0.5. So you can't hit 50 strength right now. But trust me, it is so good. Okay, this is your transition build. Dagger's resistance you can get literally from turning in daggers in your lithogram book, or you can just buy the litho outright if you wanted to. Bracer of the Primal King you get from Cave of Destruction, drops pretty frequently. The Sapphire Dimensional Band you get from doing dungeons and turning in 10 coins. There's also an event right now where you can get it very easily. You do the random party finder. If you go to party matchmaking here, you go to random. This chest, if you do your dungeons like this, right, you get the Dimensional Essence of Salvation. It's a 9% chance to get it, but if you get that, one of those tokens, full tokens, by the way, is a ring. It is that ring. So you can get that ring literally from just doing dungeons with random people. Yeah, very, very easy to get. But if not, you do 10 of each of the dungeons, and you get one of them anyways. 10 tokens of each of the dungeons. So you have to do each of the dungeons about 3 times, which is not too crazy. It's a couple days. But if you're new to the game, you can get it pretty much almost instantly. Back to the build. Clasp of the Conqueror. You can get this very easily as well. This drops from a dungeon, but you can also get it, like I got it, by using, where are the tokens at? These. The Abyssal Currency tokens. If you go to View Usage, you can get these chests, right? This is from Abyss. So the Clasp of the Conqueror is from Abyss. But you need 40 of these tokens to get one of these. And you literally just pick the Clasp of the Conqueror. It's very easy. You can also buy the Litho. I think the Litho is like 400 right now. It plummeted a lot. My bad, wrong thing. Let's do Clasp. Clasp of the Conqueror. Litho is 414. Super cheap. All the traits. Obviously, skill damage boost is insane. I high rolled skill damage boost. This is kind of pricey, obviously, for like the trading it out. So you don't have to full trade it right now. But the Clasp of Conqueror itself, very cheap. It's also very, very, very good belt for right now. Or a necklace, I mean, for right now, because it has 3 perception and 2 strength, which does help us hit 50 when we go to full Carnix. Violent Signet, you can literally rock this until the end of the game, or until like T2s. Violent Signet is very, very good. I like the Amber because it helps me hit brackets, but I can swap out to the Violent Signet once I get Shadow Harvester pants. Unsure if I'm going to do that. Might test them both. The attack speed is actually insane. That is the difference, by the way, between Carnix and Tublek. I didn't even talk about the difference. That's completely my bad. Carnix and Tublek, the difference. Carnix has more damage and allows you to hit 50 strength. Tublek has faster attack speed and more range. I know that on Carnix, it says Carnix I has a 9%. I know on paper that might seem like it has more range, but it doesn't. I think it's like 1.7 or something like that. And Tublek is legitimately 19.2. So, like, it's not more. Tublek also has to execute, but you have to crit. It also has a cooldown speed, which is very good. Kind of like, I think it comes down to preference. I tried both, though. And I think Carnix is just way better. I think the heavy attack feels so good. And this is what the current build is after you transition here. If you're curious what you should go for first, this helmet, really easy to get. This helmet's also probably your best in slot for any bow dag class. I think even bow staff might be running this, unless they're running shadow for whatever reason. But this heroic resistance, especially right now where everybody running evasion, it is so good. Like, I cannot stress how good it is. So good. And then you should obviously do like Shadow Harvester grips, Shadow Harvester tunic. 2-set is super good. I'm running the Phantom Wolf trousers at the moment, which you can literally get from a dungeon. Doing dungeon, I think this is from Saradoma. Very easy. The boots that I'm running is Swirling, which you literally can get from Shakal, the Shakal damage curse wasteland. Very easy. We might as well just transition to this to show you guys the rest of the thing. This is also another 10 dungeon, whatever, right? Dungeon tokens, another token that if you get from the random thing, you can just do it. Also, doing the dungeon, that party matchmaking, you can do it with a friend and queue into randoms. It is definitely the move right now. It gives you the most bang for your buck, obviously, because you get extra token for anything. You get a token chest where you can pick a token for each of them. Because some people don't want to do certain dungeons. Some people don't want to do Cursed Wasteland because it's hard. Once you learn the mechanics for Cursed Wasteland, you watch like a video. It's very dirt easy. You guys will be chilling. Chilling. Belt of Endless Slaughter. A lot of people ask me about why I use this belt. I think this belt's just very good. It gives a lot of HP. This plus the max health is literally 1100 HP. It is a shit ton. The only belt that you can slot in here, I think that would be like better for me, is obviously the belt of Bloodlust. But the only way to get belt Bloodlust is either if you go from, I think Ardius drops it, or you get it from your weeklies. Get very lucky in your weeklies. If you get that, very good. Slot it in, obviously. So the Aquarius daggers, there's not really another dagger in the game that is as good as Aquarius. I know a lot of people have been testing other ones. Aquarius, dude, just the 25 base damage when using ability skill is so good. There's a couple ways you can proc it. Obviously, you can do Shadow Strike and proc it. You can do Q forward and proc it. You can even just do Q standing still proc it. The way I do it is I usually do like if I'm going for like a ball dive and like large scale, I usually Q forward and do flash wave into reset, Q forward, flash wave. You can either do Q forward into invis flash wave if you wanted to, or you can go straight into bombardment. But the thing is also, I don't know if you guys knew this, but if you do not spin your camera when you flash wave and stuff, it does less damage. Just throwing it out there, okay? As for Guardians, I'm using the Lady Knight Kamarshia. I think she's really good. I do like Pale Nemesis Hartouch. I know it's kind of weird because his ability doesn't really give you anything besides a stealth, but he feels so fun to use. I think for enjoyment, fun sake, he's very good. I think he's very fun. Very, very fun. I know a lot of people use Shade Revenant. I don't really like her that much. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like the damage is kind of whatever. I think it only works if a lot of you guys use it. Lady Knight is very, very solid. Gives you cooldown. Gives you cooldown speed so you can flash wave more. Gives you a mana shield so you don't die as fast and don't get absolutely blown up. But this is my free-to-play guide, or free-to-play build for Bow Dagger. I also have all the skills in here. I have PvE, PvP, bossing, arena, and small scale. For the weapon mastery, very straightforward. I take the entire bottom tree, and then I'm going into the middle tree now because I want more hit chance, and I just want to go to the mana cost efficiency and stuff. I was thinking about going here for the perception, but after looking at it more, I think I just want to go to the middle one. As for daggers, I'm going bottom because you get the crit damage right here. The melee doesn't really do anything for you, which is unfortunate, but I mean, it is what it is. If you are going for a more evasion build, I think the top is just better to go for first. So going straight top is fine, perfectly fine to go for. It's just preference, I think, at the end of the day. I just enjoy stacking as much damage as possible because I am so squishy that I just want to try to kill as many people as I can before I die. The basis of my build is just kill you before you kill me. That's pretty much the basis of it. If you get into a greatsword user, not gonna lie to you, that shit is terrible. Those guys permanently see you over and over again. It is a tragedy, to be honest. It is an absolute tragedy when those guys get on me, okay? As for my bossing, it's very straightforward. Bossing DPS is just very, very straightforward. If you guys want like a guide on like what inputs I do and stuff like that for bossing, I can do that as well. Arena and small scale, only like slight things change. Not really like a ton. I just put the brutal incision here. This is kind of like a weird, yeah, I do brutal incision, and I also do single target decisive sniping because I think it's just good. If you wanted to use bombardment, perfectly fine. Do bombardment, very, very good. Very, very simple combos I do is like shadow strike into ankle cutter, into brutal incision, into ensnaring, into either bomb sniping, or into 2 strafings, then a zephyr, then strafing, into another sniping. You can do that, but usually they die. Brutal incision does a shit ton of damage, a ton. This shit hits. I've seen a lot of people use Moonlight. If you like Moonlight, use Moonlight. It's perfectly fine. I just like Brutal Incision because it feels nice to use, and it feels like it does like a ton of damage, dude. It does a ton of damage. It just feels like it hits, man. As for the passives, they're very straightforward passives. I use pretty much the same ones on all of them. I use Destructive Fang, Steady Aim, Sniper Sense, Wrathful Edge, Assassin's Step, Devoted Shield, Assassin's Instinct, and Rapid Fire Stance. I know the shield's getting nerfed. I think I'm going to try it first before I just slot it out. You can also use Shadow Walker. I think Shadow Walker's pretty good too. I slotted in. I think I have it slotted in right now. I've been testing it. I have it slotted in. This is for my main PvP setup. Unfortunately, without lack of presets, I kind of don't have everything. So I have Shadow Walker slotted in at the moment. I actually just took it off. Whoopsies. But yeah, I have Shadow Walker slotted in right now. So this is like my main PvP setup I've been running recently. Shadow Walker, Steady Aim, Sniper Sense, Wrathful Edge, Assassin's Step, Devoted Shield, Assassin's Instinct, and Rapid Fire. So I think it's fine. I think you'd probably swap it with like Destructive Fang or something. I think the shield, it's just they did it to proc at a certain, I think it's 30% HP now, instead of proccing anytime anybody uses a weakening. So I think we're going to struggle against daggers a little bit more, or not daggers, crossbows a little bit more, and they spin, because we were kind of insta-countering them with like no thought in the world before. Not going to be able to do that anymore. Also, for skill leveling up, Flash Wave, max that motherfucker out as fast as possible. The second one I'm doing is Decisive Bombardment, max it out. Strafing, max it out next. That's pretty much what I'm maxing out as quick as possible. As for my passives, I haven't really put a lot of books in my passive. I'm trying to max my skills out, but you can definitely max your passives out. I've been going for this one, the range hit crit chance increase. I think it's very good, especially when you snare people. But that is like pretty much it, guys, for the free-to-play bow dagger build. Perception, by the way, if anybody's curious why I'm not running a lot of decks, Perception 60 is just so good, guys. Like, I cannot stress it enough. The amount of people that are running evasion is insane. So having that extra 120 plus like whatever you get, like an extra, let's see. So we're at 717 right now. We go up to, before we hit 60, we go up to 762. Right? That's a lot of perception. Then you hit 60 and you go to 887. In game, currently no buffs. I'm at currently 1,027 and 1,200 range crit chance. So that's what I'm currently running. But yeah, this is 2 black build. Literally the same thing, just slotted. I just added dex on it instead of strength. So I'm doing dex perception. If you want to run 2 black because you think it's better, run it. The 50 dex is not very good. The movement speed is good. It's just not too crazy. Yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. If you guys want to catch me live, I'm live every single day. Twitch.tv/seasoning with 2 E's. Live literally 6 days a week. I will not be live Wednesday because, or well, I guess today, because my cat is getting neutered, so I will not be live. But I will be live the rest of the time. I'm live literally 6 days a week, all the time. If you guys want to join my Discord, ask me questions, you can DM me for free. DM me with any questions you have if you don't want to wait. It's very important for free to DM me, fellas. This is what I'm currently pushing for, by the way, if anybody was curious. So I'm pretty much going from 20 decks here to 53, 30, 60 with Shadow Harvester Trouser and Phantom Wolf Tunic. That's the only thing I'm swatting out, so I pretty much swapped the tunic, the Shadow Wolf tunic, Shadow Harvester Tunic to the Shadow Harvester Trousers. I just need to get trousers. Very hard to get in. I haven't dropped them from Juno yet, unfortunately. But that is the end of the video. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Leave a like and a comment if you guys seen this. I know a lot of people have been asking for it, so I hope you guys enjoy it. Surely I didn't miss anything on the guide, but it's mostly free to play, so I hope you guys enjoy it. Let me know if you guys are using it, if you're pushing for it. I hit like a truck. It feels nice. I feel like I don't die too fast. I can duke people out pretty hard. But peace out, fellas.